What's up, fellas? JPS Delivers here. I hope y'all are having a great Wednesday, hump day. Hopefully, y'all are definitely having a good one. And if not, try your best to think something positive and twist it to something positive about it. Gonna go ahead and switch it to 10 minutes a quarter, get a little bit more entertaining, high scoring games, as well as that. And we'll look at league leaders as well. Give a quick league update here. We got league leading scorer. We got Kemba Walker, 28.3 points per game. Jimmy Butler right behind him at 28. Didn't score. He only had 21 against us last time. Assists per game. John Wall's killing it. I mean, he got himself a John Cusack and Woody Harrelson game 20 and 12. 2012 game 20 and a half and almost 12 and a half assists per game. Just killing it. Rudy Gobert is killing it on rebounds per game. He's got 2.1 more than Karl Anthony Towns and Drummond. The you know, but it's funny. My dad it picked up Andre Drummond from San Antonio. I'm from San Antonio. Jesus Christ! Look, anybody else see that? Joel Embiid had a 37-point, 22 rebound game. Jesus Christ! But yeah, Pistons are in town to play the Spurs. My dad picked up Andre Drummond while he's on the way to a bar. He's wearing a Detroit Pistons sweatsuit. He's on his way to a sports bar. Big man is probably on his way to get a lot to eat, but yeah, that's an interesting thing. It's pretty cool, pretty interesting. Um, yeah, back to assists. Luka Doncic and LeBron James concluding the top three, finishing that up, and you got Giannis leading the league in steals per game. His team's doing quite well so far. Um, basically the Milwaukee Bucks, really, with him leading it. With these are the best five perimeter defenders in basketball right here, leading the league in steals per game. Rudy Gobert just killing it right now. I mean, he's doing so well, almost averaging five. Some guys, Nikola Jokic and them. You get some guys averaging 18, 15, and 6 on assists and stuff. But this guy's averaging almost 5 blocks per game. It's been such an impressive run for him. Really has. Let's look at rookie report. Trae Young leading all rookies in points, and Luka Doncic leading in assists. Looks like Doncic is set up pretty well to most likely be the rookie of the year. We'll have to see when the first batch of stuff comes out. But one Carter Williams, Michael Bridges as well. Aiton doing well, 17 and 9, almost 17 and 10. Has 2.5 blocks per game. Marvin Bagley, 2.6 blocks per game, 19 and 10. Easily just he's just such an impressive player in real life and stuff. It's just been so well. Doncic in real life recently had a sick triple double against, I believe, the Clippers. I believe so. I believe the Clippers. But let's look at conference rankings right now. 6. Not doing too bad, but not doing good. You doing the likes of Memphis Grizzlies doing well. Sorry, I was wrong when I said Giannis. I thought Giannis and them had a bad record. That'd actually be the Celtics compared to what they should be performing. Look at 5-11. That's a team that I just don't think should be giving up that many points. They got Draymond Green, Chris Paul, two of the better defenders at their respective positions in the league. Denver Nuggets tied with us, but just one ahead. Their defense is not nearly as bad as ours, but I can guarantee you. Uh, you know, their offense is killing it compared to ours. We need to increase the offense and definitely increase the defense a little bit as well. Rockets killing it. Nikola Jokic. Raptors Steph Curry killing it. Miami Heat with Drummond and Wall. One of the better actually offensive teams in basketball, surprisingly enough. Let's see what that starting line. We got Gary Harris, Carmelo Anthony, Kenneth Farid. Pretty solid lineup right there. And jersey sales, Kevin Durant still number one, well ahead of LeBron. Kawhi Leonard number 3. Those Lakers fans love themselves, their stars, and Stephen Curry, James Harden. You got right here. I don't know why LaMarcus Aldridge would be favored in a Kings jersey over Bradley Beal, but whatever. Though Nikola Jokic should get a little bit more love with his jersey. I mean, Gordon Hayward and Isaiah Thomas have more. It's not doing justice right there for sure. I'm gonna go ahead and kick it off. Unfortunately, y'all, I gotta listen to some stuff while this is playing because I like to do the commentary live and stuff while I'm figuring out this whole game capture thing. So yeah, I'll be figuring that out. But playing Ben Simmons and the Wizards and the Jizzards with Paul Millsap and Al Horford and the rest of their team in Washington, surprisingly enough, got myself Bradley Beal on my team playing against his old team technically. So yeah, hopefully it's good. Y'all, as always, have a great day. Always be grateful. and really thankful for the support and love and stuff from my friends and stuff. I appreciate it, y'all. Thanks a bunch, and have a good one.
The 2K Sports pregame show, sponsored by Kia.
Hello, everybody. Glad you.
At small forward, Terrence Ross. At center, Ross. At center. At the small forward position.
We'll be bringing you an interconference matchup in this one as the Spurs come into town. We've got some terrific NBA action in store for you today. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. Our sideline reporter tonight is David Aldridge. They're just off a road trip, and the Wizards are looking to settle back here at home. They've hit a rough spot here early, but still have plenty of time in their season to find their way out.
You know, during the course of a long season, every team hits what I call that speed bump. And this team is in that stretch right now. I wouldn't discount them. They still got a chance to be really good. And this could very well just be a bump in the road when we look back on it.
And the starting group for the Spurs. They've got Terrence Ross. Ross is out there with the Cobra. Then there's Murray. And it's Beal in at the two. Well, the NBA season, of course, as they say, it's really a marathon. I mean, here at the midway point, sometimes a team will start to look a little run down, a little more fatigued, while others, Doris, at this point, begin just to kind of hit their stride.
You know, I think it can go organization to organization. You have to remember each of these NBA franchises has building commitments outside of their franchise. And so you look at a team like the San Antonio Spurs. Every year they take that vaunted rodeo trip, and by and large they use it as a way for them to come together. They're on the road for a long time, and they use it as a means to become cohesive. And that means being on the road for a while. So there can be some bumps in the road. Sometimes it's just the way the NBA scheduling works out. One team might be front-loaded with home games, and so you get off to a great start. There are certainly points of the year where there's a real rhythm to the NBA. As you get to this midway point, everybody's looking forward to that All-Star break. It gives everybody a chance to exhale and sort of reset.
And so it's San Antonio with it, following the three-pointer by Washington.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Lets a floater go. That's tipped. Now here's Ross. He's tightly guarded. For Washington, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Lets it go from deep. And that one misses from Layman.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Beal can't get it to go.
Looked like it might drop for him, and you know, that has to frustrate him just a bit. That's one of his favorite spots on the floor.
And so it looks like Washington will retain possession here. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Simmons passes to Millsap. And Simmons kicks to Millsap. Wide open shot is on the money. Millsap's got his first basket of the night.
And guys, really admire how Simmons finds the open man consistently. The vision, the unselfishness. That's what you want to see out of him.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
The Spurs shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. He hits both from the stripe. And the Wizards looking to play a more spread out system, spacing the floor with shooters.
As you know, though, Kevin, it's not just about shooting. To play that style, you need players who can shoot the three and attack closeouts off the bounce to create for themselves or teammates. That's where some of their players need to grow. Regardless of that miss right there, that's a shot you want him taking. He practices that all the time, makes a ton of them.
Horford with the screen on Beal. And there's the call on Boss. That's his first foul. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. And Simmons slams it in.
What breathtaking quickness by Simmons. So good at blowing by whoever is brave enough to try to take him on.
You know, I think with the injuries that Bradley Beal has had to deal with in his career, it has taken a toll on his development. He's never played a full season in the NBA, and it's pretty hard to maximize your game when you're always fighting back from injury.
And the Wizards making a change here. Jefferson's checked in, and the pass to Layman. Now the feed to Simmons. Now the dish to Jefferson. Lays it up and banks it in.
Yeah, and guys, with Simmons, you get it all. The shooting, the rebounding, and the passing.
With Beal, he said himself that he might need to be on a minute restriction for the rest of his career. Doris, that's not a good sign.
No, it's not, Kevin. In the past, Beal has played quite a bit every time he's been available, so this would be a tough adjustment if that happens. For Beal, you need to do whatever it takes to stay healthy on the floor. He's a big-time talent, but he can't help his team if he's injured more often than not.
Jumps up, and Ross with the slam.
Almost intimidating defense there. They didn't even try to get back on defense.
Boy, it's like they were saving their energy. I think they knew they had no chance to slow down that break.
Now here's Jefferson. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Magic in Orlando.
Yeah, and he also did a great job on the backboards, Kev, and that also was a factor.
And our Hall of Famer David Aldridge had a chance to speak with Scott Brooks. David?
Right, Kevin. When he talked about this game plan, he said the other team is just too fast to make this an up-and-down battle. He said if this is a half-court game, we win, and if it's a fast-break game, they win. Kevin?
All right, thank you, David.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
It couldn't have come at a better time. With the score being as close as it is, he had to make that play.
How about that, fans? Go, Wizard girls. Go on, give them a hand.
Outside, White. To the paint, Beal with the steal. To the middle, tries to save it, and it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here. And a moment here to look at where the shots have been coming from.
Well, they say the mid-range game is a dying art form, but after looking at this shot chart, they are injecting a ton of life into it. Whatever space is being offered up to them in the mid-range, they have accepted and have continually knocked down shots to make the defense pay.
The shot goes down and it gets this game back to even.
Yeah, nice, silky finish on the alley-oop from the stupendous feed.
That sequence couldn't have been executed any better. Now here's Jefferson. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Lets it go with a three. San Antonio with the rebound. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston.
And one of the factors, Kevin, that really hurt them in that game, the lack of success at the foul line. We all know how much those free throw woes can cost you.
And free throws are especially difficult on the road. The crowd noise can affect what you're thinking, and it's a challenge, and it was obviously a challenge. They were dealing with. Oh, strong move to the hole. Really used his height and reach to just drop it in over the smaller man.
Boss passes to Ross. Spurs passing it around. Wide open look here for Murray. Hits the three-point bomb. Murray's got 5 points so far.
And the lead goes right back. What a seesaw affair we've got going on.
I'll tell you, what a battle. Neither team giving an inch. The lead changing hands back and forth.
Here's Murray after Al Jefferson's score. They set the pick. Pass to the Cobra. Here's Boss. White covering. Back to Beal. He feeds it to Murray. 5 to shoot. Now here's Simmons. He's covered by Murray. Millsap with the steal. Another shot. It's rebounded by Boss.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
How quick is that release? And it's 3 on the board. Beal doing what he does best.
And here is Simmons after the three-pointer from Bradley Beal. Simmons with it. Guarded by Murray. Again, Millsap missing. For the Washington Wizards, they come in off the loss to the Magic in Orlando.
Yeah, I had the chills watching that. It really was a nightmare defensively for them when you go into that building and get punished by some very hot shooting.
You know, I like a defense to play physical, particularly when hot shooters are trying to be cooled off. They never got physical.
And San Antonio has possession following the bucket by the Wizards. Murray, no good. Washington trailing. Out left to the wing. Here's White. And the go-ahead bucket, no good.
Almost seemed like he was overthinking that shot. Such a wide open look.
Beal's shot is good.
Folks, we call it cooking. Bradley Beal is working offensively.
Washington calls timeout.
Start it.
Part of the cycle of the game, young guys coming in, older guys on their way out. Doris, what do you think it takes for a young player looking to establish themselves against seasoned veterans?
Yeah, I think coachability first and foremost. Listen to the players who are around you. Listen to the coaching you're getting. You have to accept coaching. Establish your work habits early, and I mean that in between the lines and off. Are you taking care of yourself physically? Are you eating properly? Are you resting? There's so much that goes into the success of an NBA player.
And a lot of ways for teams to help in that regard. A lot of guidance in all those areas.
Well, you're talking about guys who are now being drafted sometimes, Kevin, at 19, 20 years of age. As you know, you're not quite legal in the eyes of the law. So you have to have good people around setting a great example and making sure they're doing all the things necessary.
It's tipped. One-on-one fast break. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
Yeah, and he's not going to let an opportunity like that get away. I mean, he's just going to go hard to the bucket.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Wizards trail by 3. In the corner, it's Ellington. Passes to Stuckey. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. We'll see if they want to trade 2 for 1 here.
Got to time up that clock to do so.
There's the pick. To the paint. Here's Jay. Easy layup after coming off the pick. And the Spurs lead by 5.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Not the strongest play defensively, though. I mean, he was taken out by that screen far too easily.
Here is Cook. 11 points for him in that last game against the Magic in Orlando. And the shot is good from Stuckey.
And both teams on fire from the opening tip.
This crowd is already getting its money's worth.
Back to Beal. Here's Boss. Jefferson with some nice deep. And off we go. A close game. Now starting the second quarter. Guys, what's your take on the Spurs so far?
Really active hands early on here as they're able to acquire several steals.
The activity allowing them to pressure the ball, jump into passing lanes, anything they're doing to disrupt the offense.
And now brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So on the floor for Washington, Rodney Stuckey out there with Marvin Williams. Then there's Wayne Ellington. Then there's Horford. And it's Cook in at the 1 spot. Back to Rondo. Plumlee with the screen. Pass to Booker. And Horford pulls it down. Wizards trail by 5. Here is Cook. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Three-pointer Ellington buries it from three-point range.
You know, the D backs off in three-point territory. He'll take that shot all day long.
Outside Rondo, and it's Korver in the corner. No good on the three.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And it's Cook missing. San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Plumlee sets the pick for Rondo. There's the pass to Jay. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Outside Williams. Stuckey dishes to Ellington. Chance there to take the lead. Missing. The Spurs have gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Rondo kicks to Booker. 13 feet away. Rondo passes to Booker. Just 5 on the clock. Goes up to the stripe. Outside for Rondo. Offline with his 3. Washington with the ball. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. They're getting their first look of the season at San Antonio in this one.
And this is the first of 2 games between the two, East versus West, so they don't see a whole lot of one another.
You know, unfamiliarity, not necessarily a bad thing. Each side gets a fresh look at something an opponent is doing without the pressure of being in your conference.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
We know Greg Popovich uses a lot of different tools to motivate his players. Sometimes it's the things he doesn't say that works best. Popovich said, sometimes in timeouts, I'll say, I've got nothing for you. We just turned it over 6 times. Everybody's holding the ball. What do you want me to do? Figure it out. I'll get up and walk away. Because it's true. It's on them. Kevin?
Thanks, T.A. That accountability goes a long way. Simmons checked in for Washington. It's good, and the San Antonio lead is cut down to just 2 points in the bucket from Cook.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
Yeah, that's taking the direct approach. He didn't shy away from the size mismatch at all. Just took it right to him.
Now here's Korver. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. That's tipped and stolen by Horford. Here is Cook. He's covered by Rondo. Dishes it to Horford. Picked by Horford. And Simmons kicks to Ellington. And that misses. That would have put him up. San Antonio's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them.
And for me, one of the more unsung players in the league, Al Horford, a 2-time national champion at the University of Florida, one of the most skilled and versatile big men in our league, and he hasn't gotten the attention I believe he deserves.
Kept alive. Spurs leading by 4. Pass to Jay. Three-pointer, and it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. 9 points for Jay.
Building on a solid first quarter performance, he's now taken his offense up several notches.
And with Horford's free agency looming this last summer, last season was a tricky spot for the Atlanta Hawks. Would they be able to keep him?
Yeah, and you go back to the lack of exposure he's got. I mean, from the Dominican Republic, he's a Spanish-speaking star. I mean, his marketing and endorsement potential in bigger markets, something he is well aware of.
Knocks down the 3 ball. Smooth's got the lead up to 7 now for the Spurs.
And how about that, responding to the three-pointer against them with a quick one of their own?
Boy, this feels like a developing game of one-upsmanship. Love to see teams try to outdo each other like this.
And we'll examine here how the distribution has been between 3-pointers and 2-pointers tonight for San Antonio.
And boy, they've been producing points both inside and out. That kind of symmetry offensively is a great sign, and it's correlated with their early success.
Here is Cook. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. Outside Williams. Clock at 6. Horford against Plumlee. Horford no luck. Spurs leading by 7. Passes it to Jay. Nice ball movement by San Antonio.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Now here's Simmons. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Orlando.
And guys, remember, remarkable passing the ball as well. He racked up a number of good assists.
The Wizards shooting their first free throw of the evening. For the Wizards, Al Jefferson, he's checked in for Williams. For Q, and it's White in for Wayne Ellington. San Antonio also making some changes. Bacovra is checked in for Smooth, and Bradley Beal subbed in for Kyle Korver.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Simmons dishes to White. Screen by Jefferson, and so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. Well, Doris, you've continuously been a leader when it comes to sports broadcasting, especially for men's basketball. Tell us a bit how being in such a tremendous role has affected your career, how you've handled it all.
You know, I think about how lucky I've been. Since I've been 7 years old, Kevin, I've played the game, coached the game, or now broadcast the game. It's truly, since I've been 7, shaped everything I do in life. It's amazing.
And I'm sure they've each helped you separately. Like playing gives you a certain coaching the same way.
No question.
As you go through it.
Yeah, you know, I've often said playing the point guard position is the perfect position to attack broadcasting from, right? Because a point guard's responsible not just for that position, but the other 4 on the floor. And then coaching, sure, you know, the heartbreak, the competitiveness, all the things that you pour your heart and soul in. But seriously, how lucky am I?
Well, you've got such respect from the viewers, from the listeners. It comes out every time you say something.
Thanks, Kev.
Now here's Beal. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Celtics in Boston.
And also give him credit for his ability to pass the basketball. He was always looking for the open man. Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Outside Millsap. Down low. Shot is good, and the Spurs lead is cut down. Down to 5 on the bucket from Jefferson.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And the foul on Al Jefferson. That's his first foul. Terrence Ross is checked in for Jay. Beal with it. He's picked up by Millsap. Deep 2 from Ross. Will not go. This is off the front iron. The Wizards have gone 5 of 12 from the field here in the second. They set the pick. Kicks it to Simmons. To the middle. It's good, and the San Antonio lead is cut down to just 3 on the basket from Al Jefferson.
A room service assist to cap that possession. That pass was right on target.
Outside for Beal. Murray with it. 5 points in the game. Beal gets a wide open look. With nobody on him, he buries the jumper. Beal's got 14 points.
Yeah, this guy's around 40% long range for his career, and Beal is even more dangerous in catch-and-shoot situations.
Simmons. That one, no good. Now San Antonio takes it the other way. Inside, here's the Cobra. Millsap grabs the miss. Millsap's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Offensive rebound, Simmons. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
And they've gotten away from the inside game this quarter. It was working well for them in the first. They should get back to that game plan. Work it inside and punish the D down low.
I like the commitment from Bradley Beal to take it inside and attack the defender.
Beal against White. Outside Jefferson. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Jefferson's got 8 points in the quarter.
Beautiful mid-range jumper. Just knows how to use his size advantage to get that shot off.
Murray kicks to Beal. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. Well, for Bradley Beal, he's just an incredible three-point shooter. And Doris always has been since he came into the league out of Florida after growing up in the St. Louis area.
Well, think about this, Kevin. Beal has never averaged less than 4 three-point attempts a game in his career. This is one of the most consistent three-point threats in the NBA, and his shot is effortless. With how well this guy shoots, you almost wish he could shoot more often and see how far he can take his game.
Here's Jefferson after the basket by San Antonio. 36 seconds left to play in the first half. 5 on the clock. The 15-footer. It's good, and the San Antonio lead is cut to just 5 on the basket for Millsap. San Antonio's gotten the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it. 9 times they've missed.
Listen, Beal could have taken that shot, but the court vision's so good that he sees a chance to get his guy a better look.
Now, here's Millsap. He's coming off a 13-point game against Orlando.
Yeah, don't forget how great he was drawing contact and getting himself to the free throw line. Picked up a ton of easy points there.
To the inside. Here's the Cobra. And Jefferson sends it back. And so we conclude
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille. Bradley Beal putting in some incredible work. He had 18 points, 2 rebounds, and also 3 steals. The first 2 quarters went very well for him. And Shaq, what are your thoughts on how San Antonio played?
The three-point shot was their best friend. I agree with the strategy. When it's working, take advantage of it.
And in a matter of moments, they'll be starting.
Welcome back to our nation's capital, everyone, with the Capitol building itself in our spotlight as we return to action here in Washington, D.C. The second half just about to get going here. Bradley Beal having a dominant impact in this game.
I just love the tenacity on the defensive side. I mean, his play on D has been a huge factor for them as he continues to get steal after steal.
You know, he's been incredibly disruptive, and a lot of that due to his great instincts.
On the court for San Antonio. Murray out there with Bradley Beal. Then there's Boss, then it's the Cobra, and it's Ross in at the 3 spot. And all throughout a basketball career, you have coaches shaping how you play. Doris, in your mind, what attributes of a coach make them a good one?
I think there's so many things that go into being a good coach. Obviously, you have to have great X and O ability. You also have to convince NBA players that you have a plan, and they have to believe that your plan is going to take them where they want to go, and that's into the playoffs and ultimately to a championship. But to me, Kevin, it'd be interesting to get your take on this. I think they've got to believe you care about them as people as well. Your take? You think so?
Communication skills, to me, would be the #1 thing. And some coaches that publicly appear to be very standoffish, cold, sometimes turn out to be the warmest and the best communicators.
Well, you look at a guy to me like Rick Carlisle, right, whose X and O is off the charts, and guys immediately respect that. And I think from a press perspective, he could come off as gruff, but I think his guys know, man to man, he cares about them.
That eye contact's a pretty big thing, and then asking questions sometimes away from the game too. Would you not agree?
Oh, sure. You know, listen, these men always have lives outside of the NBA. They're no different than you and I, right? And so, you know, there's a lot to be mined when you're coaching people. It's not just about what happens between the lines.
Now here's Murray. After Ben Simmons' miss, deflects the pass. Millsap with the steal. Outside, White shoots the 3. The offensive rebound. It's deflected. Was on the wing. 5 points in the game. That one drops for him.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
White a screen. Here's Horford. And he finishes nicely on the way. Horford's got his third bucket of the night.
You know, the key to that possession was really the pass. Perfectly placed assist, made the shot the easy part.
No good from Ross. Wizards trail by 11. And Simmons kicks to Horford. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
Woo, you talk about threading the eye of the needle. He has an uncanny feel for this game.
The Cobra passes to Beal. And finished off by Beal.
They just flushed that one with ease. Beal playing above the rim.
Washington calls timeout. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Washington making some changes. Marvin Williams is checked in for Lehman. Ellington comes in for White, and Cook subbed in for Simmons. Here is Cook. He dishes it to Horford. Williams against Ross. Williams kicks to Millsap. 4 on the shot clock.
And you look at Paul Millsap, one of the hardest workers in the league. You see it in how much he's added to his game over the course of his career.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. San Antonio leading by 10. Pass to Boss. Soft touch off the glass. Boss has got 8.
Hitting a high percentage of his shots. He's been a real catalyst for their success.
And you talk about how hard Millsap works. You need that motor to be a star power forward at 6'8".
Yeah, on the court, battling bigger players in the weight room over the summer. His love for the game is beyond question.
And Washington has possession. After the basket by San Antonio. Cook dishes to Millsap. Tries it from 19. Again, Millsap missing.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded. Not really sure what he was thinking about on that shot. That is not high IQ basketball.
No, and it looked like he got a bit ahead of himself and just couldn't pull back.
Cook, the pass to Millsap, and Millsap slams it in.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Al Jefferson is now well known for his footwork, but he says he was a willing student when he first broke into the league. He said, when I got to Boston, I stole Paul Pierce's ball fake. In Minnesota, Tom Gugliotta used to kick my butt every day in practice with his turnaround jumper, so I stole that. Everyone I go against, I like something they do. I steal it, put it in my own form. Kevin?
Imitation, the highest form of flattery. Thanks, D.A. And here is Ellington after the three-pointer from Bradley Beal. Picked by Horford. Here is Cook. He has 5. He kicks it to Millsap. Another one falls for Washington. San Antonio leading by 10. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Boy, that is a rugged finish from Beal. Absorbs the hit, guides it in. Nice.
Jefferson's checked in for Washington. San Antonio also making some changes. Plumlee comes in for Boss. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Murray. Here is Cook. Feeds to Jefferson. And it's sent back by Plumlee. To the middle and stolen by Horford. Oh, and a fast break for the Wizards. Shot, high post. Here is Cook. Picked by Horford. Cook kicks to Horford. It's good. With that basket, he's now 5 for 9.
Oh, sizzling from the field this half, and that's after a shaky start.
Plumlee and plenty of contact. Contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. And there's the call on Washington with the foul. And a late first-round pick out of Duke, Mason Plumlee, the younger of the Plumlee brothers. His brother Miles drafted a year earlier.
Yeah, basketball, kind of the family game, if you will. The dad also played in college. And Mason and his brother both with great tools, both standing 6'11", with great leaping ability. Game dunkers for sure, the both of them.
The Wizards have shot just above 55% of the line, going 5 of 9. Kyle Korver, he's checked in for San Antonio. And the 3 off target.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Stuckey kicks to Jefferson. The feed now to Williams. Shot clock at 6. Takes the 3. Drills it from outside. Williams has got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Wizards. Now here's Rondo. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Plumlee goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. And the Spurs lead by 10.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
And a look here at the shot chart.
Well, that is what it looks like when you are in the zone. He's been very efficient with his scoring and is leading the way for his team on offense. With every make, you can see the confidence growing. And I don't think he'll slow down anytime soon.
Washington's gone 2 of 5 with the 3-point shot since coming out of the break. Cook kicks to Jefferson. Stuckey up top. Trying his luck deep. Rebound San Antonio. Jay's got 4 rebounds in this game. Count it, good. And now a 12-point Spurs lead.
Oof, that is a tough shot.
Stuckey outside. Screen by Jefferson. It's stolen by Korver. Rondo dishes to Plumlee. Here's Jay. Good work defensively by Horford.
Just getting a hand in the face makes all the difference. That was the case there.
Stuckey with another miss.
Yeah, it's going to be difficult for them to cut into this lead when he's missing so many shots.
Jay, he's guarded by Williams. There's the screen. To the inside. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Here is Cook. He has 5. Down low. It's tipped. Plumlee with the steal. There's the pass to Jay. And here's Plumlee. Back to Rondo. Down low. Outside for Korver. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Ross with it. Williams picks him up. No good from Ross.
He's been off and on tonight, and that one didn't fall for him, but they still hold the advantage in this one.
Count that one. Williams has got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
Now Rondo. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Count that one. Jay's got the lead up to 14 now for the Spurs.
I love the aggressiveness. Taking shots in rhythm, hitting a real high percentage.
Korver against Stuckey. The dish to Horford. Basket is good. The assist from Stuckey. And it's 13 points for Horford.
His accuracy's been unbelievable, but they're getting dominated too many other areas.
Offensive rebound, and Marvin Williams picks up the foul. That's his 1st foul for the Wizards. Layman, he's checked in for Horford. White comes in for Rodney Stuckey. And Simmons subbed in for Cook. Here's Ross, and he goes right over Al Jefferson and slams it down.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. Here's Simmons, and the shot falls short this time. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Spurs up. And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. Wizards trail by 14. We've got Al Jefferson. White is out there with Simmons. Then there's Paul Millsap, and it's Layman in at the small forward. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington.
And Simmons loves jamming it through, relentless in his attack of the cup.
And it's Korver in the corner. Got a piece of it. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Millsap.
Oh, nice play there to get a hand on that pass and tip it out of bounds.
Amazing. The quickness, the eye-hand coordination of these guys, extraordinary.
Here's Rondo. Rebound, Washington. Jefferson's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Millsap in the corner. That one's good from the corner. Spurs leading by 10. Plumlee with the screen. Rondo kicks to Korver. They get it back. He feeds it to Rondo. For 3, Ross. And Layman pulls it down.
He's cold from deep. 0 threes in the second half after hitting just 1 in the first.
Outside Millsap. To the left wing. And a wide open look for Simmons. And Washington again with the bucket.
Nice use of the mid-range J by Simmons, taking whatever the defense gives him out there.
Plumlee, no luck.
Oh, excellent interior D to force the miss.
Boy, if you're going to challenge him in the lane, you better go strong.
Korver kicks to Ross. Launches a 3. Again, the miss by the Spurs. Wizards trail by 8. Millsap in the corner. Again, the Wizards good for 2.
Oh, great ball movement there.
San Antonio calls timeout.
And look, rightfully disappointed with how they've played here over the course of this run.
Yeah, the momentum has shifted away from them, and now they need a strategy to recapture it.
Wizards making a switch here. Horford's checked in. Spurs also with the sub. Smooth checked in for Terrence Ross. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Greg Popovich talking to his team during the break. He told them, put your foot on their neck. Take it to them. I want to see you guys slow it down out there, use the clock, and stay away from silly fouls. Let's see if they can execute the plan, guys.
Oh, and here we go with Rondo. Nobody back. No good again that time.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Millsap has the open look. Washington gets it back. Horford dishes it to Simmons. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Millsap fires. Another miss by Millsap.
Just needs to take his time there. He had all the space in the world to shoot.
Rondo kicks to Korver. Pass to Jay. San Antonio again missing. On offense, here are the Wizards. Good momentum, 8 straight points. Korver against White. 13 feet away. And he gets that one to go off the front irons.
And they have gotten themselves back into this game just in the nick of time. If that run had come any later,
it would have been Katie bar the door.
They're showing so much passion and determination here at the end. They're close to the lead, but still have plenty of work left to do.
Wizards trail by 4. And Simmons kicks to White. Inside. That's good from Horford on the assist by Millsap. Millsap's got his 5th assist in this one.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
Yeah, it looks like he saw some things out there that need to be adjusted. And he's going to take a break here and talk it over.
You know, I like the stoppage in the action. Regroup, devise a new strategy moving forward.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Bradley Beal's checked in for Horford. And Murray subbed in for Rajon Rondo.
And that bucket should stop the bleeding.
Now the Wizards with it. They're on a 12-3 run. Simmons with it. And a great job by the D contesting that shot and forcing the miss.
He's been so inconsistent from the field, and that makes it hard for these guys to catch up.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
And he rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Inside, Horford. Here's Millsap, and it's sent back by Plumlee. There's Beal with the 3. Simmons pulls it in. Simmons got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Passes it to Horford. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And that one falls for Horford. And Al Horford drops them both. And the Spurs with possession. They've led by as many as 14 points. Knocks the pass to Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
And, folks, he does more than just put 2 points onto their lead. He does it with a little bit of flair.
He sure does. You're right. It's a dazzling move to the bucket for him.
And the way he went about it, no better way to increase the lead and energizes your teammates. Great job on the glass. Body's down low, needing to fight for position. That's perfect.
Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. Paul Millsap picks one up.
And I would not be surprised to see them double him up here.
How about all 4 of Bradley Beal's brothers chose to play college football? The outlier and the wiser choosing round ball.
Now here's Simmons. Kicks to Millsap. 6 to shoot. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. First free throw is good. And a moment now to discuss injuries. Something, Doris, that all teams have to deal with, the most players as well from time to time. Let's get your take on what's the key to staying healthy.
Well, I think obviously, most professional athletes realize that they have a limited window with which to make money with their body. And so if you are smart from the time you enter the league going all the way through your career, you're doing the right things. You're getting the proper rest. You're paying attention to nutrition. You're getting massages. You're going to the chiropractor. You're taking all kinds of both proactive and preventative steps to stay healthy. From a league perspective, this is obviously crucial because they know that the players are their most important commodity. And so you're starting to see individual teams and organizations track the movements of their players, both in practice and in games. That kind of data is critical because if you see somebody wearing down, if the data is in fact telling you, okay, Dwayne Wade has run far too much in the last week, let's dial back practice. Let's sit him one game. I think the key is just continue to use data and continue to use what we now know and what we will know in the future to try to protect guys.
And that one's good, Simmons.
And what skill from Simmons. A total genius at reading the defense and exploiting them in the paint.
Beal from long range. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
Now here's Simmons Not a lot of room. Pass to Layman. The Wizards need to get a shot off here. And there's the 3-second violation.
Just a boneheaded play there, guys. Plain and simple.
Yeah, their coach is pulling his hair out, knowing how big that mistake could be.
There's a screen. And Beal kicks to Murray. Back to Beal. No one near him. They get it again. Wizards trail by 11. To the left side wing. And Simmons kicks to White. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. Spurs leading by 9. Here's Beal. Inside. An easy 2 points on the layup.
And that's exactly how they've gotten the lead right here. Easily, he's been their most consistent performer.
Yeah, he has not missed the mark very often. Absolutely locked on target.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. It's been quite a game for Bradley Beal.
Yeah, not surprised by this timeout. I mean, the damage he's inflicted from deep has been pretty intense. They have not been able to keep him off that line.
Here's White. It's tipped, and it's out of bounds to the Wizards as Washington retains possession. Here's Simmons. Picked by Horford. Poked away, and so it looks like Washington will retain possession here. .146 left in the fourth. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. Goes up off the inbound, and it's Murray with the jam. That gives him a double-double in this one. 11 points and 14 assists.
And how's that for some ups coming from that one?
Well, he is a rarity among NBA point guards in his ability to elevate.
But how much more dynamic is your backcourt when you add that element of elite athleticism?
Clock is at 3. Here's Horford. And another miss by Washington.
As soon as he caught it, the defense was in his grill. Really impressive.
The Cobra. No good with the triple. Wizards trail by 13. Here's Simmons. He wants to get to Millsap and does. And that one, good. Millsap's got 7 now in this quarter.
You know, didn't have too much separation there, but that's some nice work. Good concentration to nail the jumper.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the Spurs.
Their shot blocking turned out to give them a big advantage in this game.
Yeah, excellent defense around the rim there, Kevin. They were disciplined and focused.
And they took charge when it counted, and they'll be notching their 9th win overall.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win. And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Bradley Beal. There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
The clock now can just run out for the Spurs. Guys, a comeback probably not in the cards at this point.
Yeah, I think you can put a fork in it.
Simmons dishes to Horford. Outside, Beal. Again, the miss by the Spurs. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, gee, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
Thank you for
All
joining
right,
us.
all
That'll do
right,
it for now.
sweet. So
For
pulled out
Greg
that one
Anthony,
right there. At
Spurs
times it
and
got a
David
little
Aldridge.
chippy at
2K
times.
Sports postgame show.
Really good game by Bradley Beal. I was really wanting to
Hey
get
everybody,
better
Ernie Johnson,
timing on
along
that
with Shaquille,
three
Bradley Beal.
and hit it at the end,
If
get
he
him
did any
40
better in the
points for the
second half,
day.
he'd be jealous of
But that's the
himself.
kind of
What a
game I want. I
spirited
want a game to where
performance.
DeJounte Murray's
I
all over
thought
the
this
court like
performance
that.
he needed to deliver.
Dishing
Ernie. He needed
dimes.
this game. You look at how he's been playing recently.
I
and
mean,
this
running
was
a nice fast
huge for
break
him to come out
between
and
the
have a
likes
great
of
night.
Bradley
You can
Beal,
really tell a lot
you
about
know,
a player,
Kyle
how they
Kuzma on
break
the
out of a
edge.
slump.
I mean,
He
setting his
responded
man up just
exactly
like
the way
that,
he needed to.
just like, you know,
His
had the
points in the
ability to
paint
have
were a big
Bradley
factor for
Beal
them
knock
tonight.
down shots,
He
Kyle Kuzma knock down shots. I
took
mean,
it to the
Jonathan
rack.
Isaac, Mo
Relentless.
Bamba being active on
That's
defense
going to do it for our
really makes for a good game, really, and a solid team performance. So that was nice for sure to see that with this team, team comparison. They shot basically the same as I did. I just had 2 more field goals made than them and also had 5 more shots. Shot 38% behind the three-point line. Not bad if you're going to shoot 34. So that was good at least. 11 for 12 on free throws. Almost twice as many fast break points as they had. Same amount of points in the paint. Makes sense. They had Paul Millsap and Horford. They had 2 more bench points, but we had 3 more assists. We had pretty much, well, no, they had 6 more rebounds than we did. We had 7 more blocks, 4 more steals. They had 4 more turnovers than us. Biggest lead was about 14, though. It looked like it was going to go back and forth, though. It's a good team. Horford had a good game. I mean, that's 3 steals for him and Millsap. They're getting it done, clogging up lanes. Almost a triple-double by Ben Simmons. So good game by him. He did have 5 turnovers, though. But a sick game by DeJounte Murray. He played well the entire time, setting up a lot of assists, hitting a good amount of shots. Towards the end, driving the lane and stuff. I mean, Bradley Beal had a solid game. I mean, really good. I mean, 37 points, 5 assists, 3 steals, 3 rebounds. Definitely getting quite a bit of steals, getting in the passing lanes. So it was nice to see that. Jonathan Isaac, solid game off the bench. You had Kyle Kuzma playing decently well. Terrence Ross played well. Is filling the stat sheet. Same thing with Mo Bamba, getting 2 blocks as well. Had a decent amount of blocks by my guys. 3 blocks by Mason Plumlee. It's nice to see him being active on defense. Rajon Rondo, need to play him a little bit more, but it's really hard to play him and DeJounte Murray at the same time. Just seems to be. But as always, y'all, really thankful for the sport. Really appreciate it. And yeah, try to be grateful about everything that comes to you. Thanks, y'all. Appreciate it.